Can you remember Cobra Kai?
Yep.
You know they made a TV show about Cobra Kai, right?
I've known that since last year. Yes.
It's coming to Netflix. It's coming. I didn't, because I don't have, I didn't watch it. I don't have YouTube. I refuse to pay for YouTube. And it's on Netflix though. But YouTube got a lot of content, low key, that to pay for. And hold on. Yeah, they have a lot of content you can pay for. While at the same time they have content that you can watch for free, and if you know where to search at, you can find actually new movies. And with this whole COVID shit out here, there's a lot of shit being streamed you can find for free. And I just refuse to pay for Cobra Kai, and it's on Netflix. So if you already have a Netflix account, I mean, it's basically you ain't paying for nothing because you already got it was fixed into your budget. It's supposed to be coming there in the view. Have you heard anything about DC fixing everything through HBO and Flash? Hello? Hello? You there? Ilias.
You'll be calling back. I'll wait for 30 minutes and wait longer. No, when you called, I was washing my face. I had elephant semen all over my face, and I was getting it off the skin.
Elephant semen is supposed to be good for the complexion, so I don't know why you supposed to let it soak in and rub it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little spit. It got to be just a little spit.
Yeah, it's come right from the elephant though. So
yeah, well,
down there on my knees for so long. But yeah,
that's a source we can't work with. There, I thought you had artificial because in this part of the states they only sell artificial elephant semen. So if you got it straight from the source, I'm gonna need to know your connect. I'm gonna need it because that's. With that connect, you can write your own check. Stay woke, brother. Have you heard about DC fixing everything with the Flash? And everything with the movies. They fixing everything through the Flash and HBO.
No, I stopped keeping up with them because I've heard that they're bringing the Netflix tax. Not only is Robert Pattinson going to be Batman, they're bringing another movie out with Ben Affleck in it.
Yep.
He said he wrote it before they did this Justice League garbage.
Yeah, he wrote it. He had his own movie coming out. And that's how they're gonna fix it, cause they got him and Superman back, and HBO is willing to produce it. Yeah, and HBO is willing to fix it, and they're gonna fix it through the Flash, cause Flash can time travel. Plus, they talking to Michael Keaton. Yeah, they're about to be like 3 other movies.
But HBO is funding it, or they're putting the money behind it.
Yeah. Talk loud. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Put your phone put your mouth to the.
Any closer and it will be in my.
That's right. That's the energy I need. No, yeah, HBO already bought it. They about to release the Snyder cut of the Justice League.
Okay. I was never a big HBO fan anyway. But
that was the best premium channel they had out there. It was better than Cinemax, Showtime, and Movie Channel.
Yes, I'm hearing nudity. What was it? True Blood.
Well, to be fair, HBO has a reputation of ending all their shows off shitty. So, True Blood was not the only one. They have a reputation like all their big shows.
Game of Thrones, they kept making fun of. They was like
Game of Thrones too.
Continuity errors. Like there was a Starbucks cup sitting in one of the shops.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, that was like little stuff, but stuff like that happens in movies. Period. If you pay attention, little stuff like that.
But a Starbucks cup.
In Lord of the Rings, at one of the Lord of the Rings, somebody drive past in the background of the truck, and nobody picked up on that in the whole truck. So it's like
It was a magic truck.
It was a magic truck. So shit like that happened. I remember I was watching Face Off with Travolta and Cage, and one of the scenes when the character come in and shoot one of the FBI agents, he get blasted to the wall. But if you look at it, you can see the strap on his back that snatched him to the wall. Like if you, it's not even have to look closely. It's just pay attention, and you'll see like, oh my god, they didn't even try to hide that. You know, or
Keenan Ivory Wayne's. What was that? I'm
gonna get you, sucker. It was like it was like purposely. It was almost as ridiculously done as the Wayans did with that. I remember a movie called
Backflip with the stunt man.
There was a movie called The Great Outdoors, and at the last scene, a bear come in. They got to fight the bear to get out the house, and John Candy character be under the door with the bear. And if you pay attention to that scene, he's not under the bear. Actually, it's actually like a stuffed animal foot on top of the door, and they be rocking the door so hard that you actually see that it's actually a teddy bear foot. Like you can actually see this is not a bear. You know what I'm saying? Or like one scene with Dan Aykroyd, and they be going into the back because John Candy's character go throw up, and I'm assuming like they had to do a certain count to run out to play it off like they witnessed him throwing it up. You know, as far as that's going. Right. And instead of the director directing, it was Dan Aykroyd. And you could see him counting to 3. And when he counted 3, they all run out like, oh my God. And it's like, and I watched the movie so much because I loved it. I used to point out to my ex-girlfriend, and she was like, now I'm fucking with you, I can't watch movies without paying attention to little shit in the background. I said, yeah, that's because they fake. Movies are made to be make-believe. You ain't supposed to believe this shit.
Well, somebody told me that recently. This guy, he's Filipino. He told me he stopped watching movies because of the outtakes from Rush Hour. I'm like, what were you sipping straight? He was saying, well, they put on something it's fake. I'm like, were you under the assumption that movies were actually real?
Yeah.
Now documentaries. And
people like that, people who think like that, you know, are the ones who get controlled by the media. You gotta stop. That's mental illness at work. But you believe what you see on TV. It gotta be real. Those are the people that the news could tell you right now. If you wear blue shoes, you're gonna die Friday. They're gonna be like running out here scared, like, oh my God, you're wearing blue shoes. The news said it because you believe everything you see on the boob tube. And that's ridiculous that you so surprised that movies are fake. Like you actually assumed that Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan were best friends and not co-workers. So when you see them doing shit behind the scenes, it blew your mind that Chris Tucker is not actually a cop. He's a comedian.
Right.
And Jackie Chan ain't a cop. He's actually a martial artist and an actor. And they're playing purse. They're playing pretend. In my opinion, I like...
they're both actors.
Yeah, they're both actors. They playing pretend. They get paid to pretend to be characters to entertain us. My favorite movie on that tip with Jackie Chan was always the Shanghai movies. I think they should make a part 3. I don't know how Rush Hour got to the third one, because Rush Hour to me at the part 2, it wasn't, the magic was gone, but people still liked it.
Yeah, me too. You know, they was about to make part 4.
They shouldn't. I just don't think it. I don't know. You know, don't make it for me. Make it for the fans.
What movie are you talking about that they should make another one of?
The Shanghai movie with him and Owen Wilson, and Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights.
Noon. Yeah.
I thought those were dope. It was just funny. This little shit that was going. It was the same energy, just on a foreign scale. It was the same, like exact same energy. You know, foreign.
Did you ever see Foreigner?
It sounds familiar. Give me some.
Pierce Brosnan played the bad guy, and Jackie Chan. It was a serious movie, though. You know, Jackie Chan long ago got into comedy because he didn't want to be compared to Bruce Lee. So that's why all his movies were just comedic. And The Foreigner was actually a serious film. Like,
I think I've seen that. That sounds so familiar. I think I did see that. I may fuck around.
Like a couple years ago, probably like 3 years or less.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I think I've checked that out. Wasn't it something like his daughter died?
Yeah.
I think I seen part of it.
People who were responsible for it, yeah, but it was a serious film.
Yeah, and Pierce Brosnan was like a terrorist. He blew up a train or something she was on or some shit like that.
Yeah, he was behind it. He was like the head guy behind all this, which was another twist. Because Pierce Brosnan is only the guy. I don't know if you count Mr. Doubtfire, but
what you mean?
Mr. Doubtfire, he was the dude man that Robin Williams' wife was with.
That don't make him the bad guy.
I know.
And he wasn't with her. He was just her boss.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That was funny. That's the closest thing.
Yeah, and he wasn't with her. He was just her boss. It was potential. He didn't go with her. It's just that Robin Williams' character didn't want them dating. That's why he threw the cayenne pepper on top of the shrimp, because he knew he was allergic to it.
Right.
But they weren't dating. He was just her boss, and he was so charming that it was like potential. He was a threat, basically. It's your baby mama, and she out here with this rich British guy who handsome, and you don't want him going down, so you about to do whatever you can to get him out the way. Because I think it was a scene before that. I gotta watch that movie again. That was one of my favorites, in which he came to the house and Mrs. Doubtfire was like sabotaging the whole date, because he seen like, oh shit, this is potential. Because he was low key, even though he just wanted to be around his kids, he was low key trying to get back with his wife, but his wife was already like, it's over, nigga. Don't come back, nigga. You know, don't ask my neighbor. Just take care of your kids. But she didn't want him to take care of the kids, because she kind of had feelings in the air. That's why he had to go in, drag, and hide. She still had feelings, like she was in love with what he used to be. So she was like, you know, I can't take you seriously. You can't be around me or the kids. Yeah, he was just on some, let me take care of the kids, and we can work on it later on. But she was on some whole, like, I can't take you seriously no more, so I can't definitely trust you around my children. And then that's what it came down to. Luckily, he was a voice actor, and he knew how to do impressions. And his brother was a makeup artist, and the idea was going drag. And he was so good that nobody picked up on it. Before he passed away, they was talking about making a sequel, which I don't understand what the sequel could be about.
I remember that. Bill Boston was talking about, he was saying what he was seeing right trying to do with somebody else. I'm like, yeah, how would you?
Yeah. It would be... we say that right now.
Before, because I still haven't watched it to this day, but last week it came on after Speed 2 came on.
Who idea was that? Right, I was just about to say, literally about to say, logically we say to ourselves, how can you do anything else? How can you make another Superman without Christopher Reeve? I hear a lot of people say, how can you make another Avengers without Robert Downey Jr.? Trust me, nigga, Hollywood done did it a million times before, and sometimes it's successful.
But they killed this character off, so they made sure that not to happen.
No, but they did make sure that could happen because
in Avengers Endgame, yeah.
But they did make sure that could happen because if you know anything about Marvel, people die and come back all the time. Plus, at the same time,
well, of course they do.
You're right.
They're trying to
plus, at the same time, they bringing out a Doctor Strange show, and if you remember, Doctor Strange has the Time Stone, which means they can travel back in time.
Yeah,
because they was bringing back characters in the last movie. They was bringing back characters to get shit started, to get shit done. So it's not impossible.
He is what, Infinity Wars, Doctor Strange took a couple of them, Spider-Man, a couple of them, and man, he hid in the space that was outside of the dimension when everybody was getting half the planets were getting wiped out by Thanos. And they were high. But, I mean, I talked about that with the X-Men. That's what I'm like, you can't take those movies seriously because after part 3, it's like, oh, we're going back in time. Okay, well,
yeah, time travel is a motherfucker. Time travel is a motherfucker, especially with all these rules.
They call it temporal paradox.
Yeah, especially all these rules, because at that point you create a multiverse when you jump into different time zones. Because they brought back Nebula, and I was thinking, like, once they shot Nebula, she should have been dead, but she was still alive to help them out with the mission. So I was like, how did that happen? But people was explaining to me, this is how, and I'm like, I wasn't really impressed at how Disney was doing that shit, but people were so gone and spending money on Disney that they were just believing anything they said. Like, Disney could have been like,
you gotta cut your brain off when you go into
a lot of people don't. A lot of people take it super seriously, Like, Black Panther could come back to the next movie as a woman, and people would be like, that's revolutionary. and you would be like, how? Look at the numbers, nigga. Black Panther's the first black superhero transgender. And you would be like, you are fucking out your mind. And they'll be like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. You just against black people. And I done had this conversation before, because I tell people, this argument, and it falls into the waters, but I think it should be acknowledged. And this is the reason why I don't watch the Oscars. I say I don't watch the Oscars until they acknowledge Robert Townsend for making not only the first black superhero movie, but having the first movie with the biggest, most stellar black cast in a movie in Hollywood for white or black people